So our goal as a not-for-profit, if we think of like where we're headed, is that, say, just in India, right? So India's got, something like, 1 in 3 adults in India has hypertension. Reducing their blood pressures will significantly reduce deaths from heart attacks and strokes. So if you assume that there are something like, 900 million adult Indians, there's, about 300 million patients who, potential patients who could have their blood pressures lowered. So our only goal is to help more people in India to reduce their blood pressures. And there's a bunch of things you can do to do that. You can reduce sodium in the diet. You can ban trans fats in a country like India. We're working to ban trans fats in the whole world. And then you can take all the patients who have hypertension and help them to control their hypertension by better treatment with their clinicians. When you think of that, you're like, okay, that's our goal, but like, what's the strategy to get there? And the strategy in a not-for-profit is less about profit margins and less about new customers and a lot more about partnerships. So you end up in a lot of partnership meetings. So in India, we function as part of the India Hypertension Control Initiative, which is the government, so the Ministry of Health, the Indian Council of Medical Research, the World Health Organization, and us. But then you have to be strategic about how we apply ourselves. We are a technical partner in the background. Doesn't benefit us to stick our logo on things and to yell about how, we did this. We didn't do this. A whole bunch of healthcare workers did this, and the Indian government did it. It's largely in the public sector right now, so public hospitals. And it's an enormous effort. So what we do is a little piece in the background assisting how they want. So when we think of strategy, a lot of it's about like, what things can we do that are high leverage for high impact, right? Because we can't, don't have $1 billion to sink into this problem. So which things can we do that are particularly part of our skill set that we can do to leverage to benefit IHCI, to see IHCI succeed? So building better relationships with ICMR and helping them kind of become the foundation for a large hypertension and NCD program. Working with the WHO on how they can help train thousands of healthcare workers. Just last month, we launched in 1,000 clinics. Can you imagine how much, the trainings, to do that? Simple's not the hardest thing to train, but they're learning, how to implement a hypertension program, how to treat differently, how to stock and report drug inventory differently, how to do a patient workflow differently. So we're looking at kind of, for instance, making online training easier is one high lever that we can do that we're uniquely situated to benefit them as a technical partner. So we think about, instead of ROI, we're thinking in terms of return on impact, I guess. Oh, I just coined that. I never even planned that. But we have to invest our money wisely to drive as much impact as we can through our partners.